Let's talk about the Lovable killer. But before we do, I want to show you what I mean. So this is a website built by Lovable. You can see the output here. It looks pretty mediocre. Now let me show you a website that I built in the same amount of time using a Lovable competitor. Here it is. This website not built using Lovable is, as you can see, 100 times better than what you would get using Lovable. It's just way higher quality. It takes the same amount of time to build, and this is built using a tool called Framer. And now in this video, I want to show you exactly how to build a website that looks just like this using AI. And so the one thing that you need to know is that you can't just let these tools do copywriting for you, because they don't understand how to do copywriting, they understand how to code. So our goal here is 2 parts. In part 1 of this video, we're going to focus on doing the copywriting using Claude. I'm going to show you step by step how to actually get Claude to generate extremely high quality landing page copy. And then what we're going to do is we're going to build this website within a matter of minutes. And so we're going to both let Framer kind of design the website and change some of the things for us and give us suggestions. But mostly we're going to use a Framer template. We're going to take our AI copy from Claude and we're going to put it into the template. This is what, boggles my mind. A lot of people that are so amazed by Lovable, how it can just create a website instantly, they don't realize that there are thousands of templates of websites that look 1,000 times better than anything that you'll build on Lovable. And you can set them up in a matter of seconds and you can just input your copy directly in here. And I think it's just maybe laziness or something, but let's dive right in. So I'm going to start with Claude. So when we think about Claude, how do we actually write a really high quality landing page? We need really high quality prompts in context. This is the rise of context engineering. A lot of people talk about, prompt engineering. It is still extremely valuable, but the most important thing is both combining prompt engineering and giving it the right context. If you haven't heard about this, it's all the rage these days, context engineering. And so now you can see here, create a comprehensive guide for landing page best practices. Here's all of these different, things to use, things you should know about. And then boom, it asks you a couple questions. And now inside of this project here, you can see I put a bunch of books in this knowledge base. So you can see permission marketing, breakthrough advertising, the boron letters, influence, the psychology of persuasion, the ad copywriting handbook. We have all of these copywriting books here in the project knowledge base, and this is what it's pulling from. This is how I can get such high quality outputs, because then when I prompt this, I say use all of the context in the project knowledge base. So I want to show you exactly how to build this out. So there's a website called bookie.app. I believe that's what it's called. Yeah, bookie.app. So what you do is you log in here. You actually don't need to log in at all. So what you do is you go to the top here, you go bookie.app, you'll see a search bar, and then you search for the books. So I would recommend a bunch of copywriting books. If you're unsure where to find those, just look up Perplexity. Find me the top books on copywriting. This is exactly what I did. I asked Perplexity, find me the top 20 books on copywriting. It gave me a list, and then I went into bookie.app, and I said, cool, one of them is the boron letters. I'm going to search that, go in here, and then it will give you this 100-page PDF. So what I do is I go down to this free summary PDF download, and then I literally just download this PDF, and then I do the same thing for all the other books. So, Ogilvy on advertising is a great one. Ogilvy on advertising, boom. All right, and then I go down and I click free summary PDF download, and I download it. And I do this for all of the top books in the marketing and copywriting space, and then I do that in here. And so now you can see how high quality the context is. And now I'm going to do something, and I'm going to say all right, for example, let's just build out, I'm publicly launching a software product, a SaaS product, which basically automates end-to-end sales infrastructure. You give us who are you trying to reach? We scrape those people. We enrich them, we get them from different sources, we score the leads based on how high quality they are, and how close they are to your ICP. And if they're over an 80% lead score, we add them into your campaign. We have the AI write the copy for you. We launch the campaign, we get you high quality leads. We just booked We had 82 leads last week for our own, agency, and we booked around 20 sales calls. And so I'm going to create a landing page in this video for that company so I can show you what I would do. Like, this is for my own company. So what I would say is, and this is a text to speech thing called Whisper. So I'm going to say, using the context and the project knowledge base and all of the best copywriting principles, help me write a comprehensive landing page copy with headers, subheaders, call to actions, and the entirety of the landing page. Write all of the copy for me, and write it about a B2B SaaS service that basically automates sales end to end. So some more context on the product. We basically are able to scrape leads. The user gives us the specific ideal client profile that they're trying to reach, and they type that in, and then as soon as they hit enter, we go and we have a series of prompts and a series of scrapers and a series of tools on the back end that will go and it will find and score people that fit that ICP. It will add them into a campaign. It will, if they give us information about their product, it will write that campaign and it will start sending emails to that campaign, and it will only notify them once we get leads that want to book meetings with them. So it's basically the entirety of replacing an SDR. So there's a couple different angles we could go out here. We could target agencies and give them a tool to use, but the one I'm more excited about is we're targeting people in any industry that require an SDR, an account executive. So anyone that does cold email outreach in sales, we can basically pitch to them, hey, we're going to automate the entirety of your SDR roles. Like, you don't need to hire SDRs anymore. You can just use this service. You can take the role of the SDR, and then we qualify the leads, we find them, we enrich them, we do all of those things. And then when you're finished, you literally just have high quality leads that want to book meetings so that your account executives can just hop on calls with qualified people all day long. So that's really the goal of the product. Now I want you to use all of the principles in the project knowledge base to write this landing page into, and then explain to me why you use and wrote certain things based on which copywriting principles. All right, so you can see now, this is the prompt. I'm basically just free forming this one. You could structure it if you want. We have a meta prompting project here. We probably could have made this a little better, but because the knowledge base is so good, I'm just relying on that, and I'm letting it, you can see search here for all the different things in the knowledge base. It found the copywriting handbook, Robert Collier's letter book, how to write a good advertisement, words that sell, breakthrough advertising, building a story brand. It found all of these different books, some of which I've read, some of which I haven't read. It found relevant sections in each of these different books, and then it's going and it's going to write the entire landing page for me. And now it's actually like turning it into HTML. So maybe I would say, like, next time I would say, don't put it into HTML, just write the copy for me. But I can just add that in here. Now create me a new artifact that is just the raw text with the headers, with the subheaders, with the call to actions. All right, so I'm actually just going to stop this, and then I'm going to, so here we go. It's actually a pretty solid sales angle, right? And so now it's just going to be raw copy, your SDR costs you, here we go. So now it's doing the problem agitation, it's giving the stories, brutal math, etc., etc. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to build this into a custom website. So if you use a tool called Framer, this is how we do it. So if we go to framer.com, sign up for a free Framer account, and I'll show you exactly how to do this. Now what you want to do, you can go to Framer templates. If you just search that online, I spelled it wrong, but if you go to framer.com/marketplace/templates, then you can see all of these pre-built, extremely high quality, high converting landing pages that people have already built. Some of them cost money, a lot of them are free. And so let's say I wanted to create a really high quality landing page, style, free, community, business. Let's say I go to the business one, I filter by free, and let's see what type of websites we have here that look good. So we can see this one looks pretty decent. It looks like it's more of a portfolio website, Powering investments with AI technology. That actually looks pretty decent. And this one looks pretty decent. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go, that's free. There's all free. I'm going to go here, here, and then this one. All right, now we're going to look through these and we're going to see which one's the best. So we have this one. That looks pretty cool. It looks like it has a sidebar on the left. Yeah, all right, so that looks pretty cool. This one looks, I don't like this one as much. This one looks pretty decent, but maybe we can use it. This one looks really cool. Yeah, so let's try this one out. So then you just click on the template, you click use for free, click copy. And now that the website is being generated, we can literally just take this text and we can map it to this template. It takes about the same time as, you know, doing everything inside of Lovable. Lovable codes the whole thing for you, or use a tool like this. Like, look at how nice this website looks. So I'm going to say, you know, maybe I ask it to reduce the size of some of the text, but let's see if this will work. So let's do this. Let's see if this is too big. Maybe we put this as a subheader. Our AI books the same meetings for $0. See your first meeting booked in 72 hours. You know, maybe I do that. Maybe I delete this second. You know, the less CTA buttons, the better. So maybe I do this on the second one. And then I'm basically going to go, where's the text? A lot of times it's down here. We just want, there it is, get started. Boom. See your first meeting booked in 72 hours. Trusted by 1.2K. Trusted by top innovative teams. Now, obviously, you want to like update all this information, but I'm just going to show this to you. So, warning, the average. So, this is decent. Problem agitation. Warning. So, we could do something like that. And then we could do something like invest with confidence backed by intelligence. We could say something like, you know what I could do is I could actually just give Claude screenshots. So I could say something like, now I could go back to Claude, give it screenshots of this. Boom. Okay. Smart risk management. And so now I actually don't like this section that much. I think the kind of boxes don't look good, so we can just delete this section. And then we can remove this section. Boom, there we go. Performance you can measure. The pricing options. Boom. Pricing options. There we go. Trusted by forward thinkers, FAQs. All right, so now what I'm going to do is with all of this, I'm going to say, this is great. Now see all of the screenshots below and provide me specific copy for those screenshots. Notice how the results need to be shorter and more concise, that we need to get to the point faster, that the copywriting can't be multiple paragraphs long, but then it needs to hit on the pain points and use the copywriting principles that we used above, but to make it fit into a much more concise area. All right, so I'm going to let Claude go here. Claude sometimes has been glitching on me, so I'm going to pause this video and then I'm going to come back when Claude responds. Okay, so AI responded now, so now we have some solid headings to put in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here. You know, we have something like this. We could say something like infinite outreach, 0 humans. Deploy 10,000 personalized emails while your competitors manage 50. We could say scale today. Go over here, scale today. And we could do seamless asset allocation, real meetings, no touches or activities. Track actual revenue opportunities, not vanity metrics. See real ROI. Boom. All right, now smarter risk. Book meetings with confidence, powered by intelligence. It's a little bit repetitive. Fire your SDR team. AI books 5 times more for 91% less. That's pretty convincing. And boom. You can see pretty solid. And now we have, so what is this part? So, all right, book meetings with confidence. We have this part, which is precision-driven portfolio growth. So I think there's something in here. All right, here we go. Pipeline growth. Okay, here we go. Main hero section. So we do that. Precision-driven pipeline growth. Every prospect scored across 47 buying signals. And then we do that. Diversified outreach. We might even change this up a little bit. Like that. Working 24/7. I want to make this a little shorter, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to copy and paste this. Your pipeline optimized in real time. Prospects change jobs at 9 a.m. AI pivots. Message at 9:01. Your SDR finds out next quarter. I think that could be a little bit stronger, but you see the idea. Maximize meetings, minimize efforts. Type your ICP, hit enter, watch your calendar fill. That's it. That's the entire process. That's really good, actually. But you can see for this SaaS product that we built, you know, it has all this in here. So invest with confidence, powered by intelligence. So now, you know, how long did this take us? A couple minutes. Maybe we have like an initial plan that costs a certain amount. So maybe our initial plan costs like, how do we go here? There we go. 99, 20.99. Maybe the monthly is like $2.99. Annual is like $20.99. And then for the vision, it's $20.99. Annual is $99.99. Okay, so now let me go back. Let me see if it updated that here. Oh, it did. Okay, but I need to go and make sure this has a $sign on it. There we go. Now let me go back. All right, so you can see here, I don't know how many minutes that took us, about 15 minutes. I'm gonna hit publish. You can publish this using Framer. It's basically like a web hosting service. Maybe you have to, you know, get a domain. But once you have a domain, you just connect it inside of, you know, Framer. Super easy to do. You can see, look at this. Your SDRs cost you $70,000 per year. Our AI books the same meetings for $0. Warning, the average B2B company wastes $216,000 annually on SDR salaries, only to see 67% quit within 18 months. Book meetings with confidence. Boom. Now I need to, you know, change that. I forgot to change that. Infinite outreach, 0 humans. Real meetings, not touches or activities. Book meetings with confidence, powered by intelligence. Performance you can measure. Pricing options, $2.99. Now you can see I changed it here. So then it's like, oh, I think the $99.99 didn't show up. But you can see both of these, that toggle is working. We could update some of the case studies and the FAQs as well. But just like, look at this, guys. And then it's also mobile responsive. So now if I like make this smaller, something like this, look, it still looks really solid. Insane, guys. So now you see, like, put in a couple extra minutes of work. I honestly, like, you would probably still be tweaking, you know, your Lovable dashboard right now. And the time it took us to create an MVP of, you know, I'm building a SaaS that replaces SDRs. Within a matter of minutes, this is the website that we have. Absolutely unreal. And so, you know, I hope you got a lot out of this. I hope that you build your website using something like this and not Lovable, because if your competitor goes to you and they see that how professional you look with something like this, and then your competitor has something that looks like this, who do you think they're going to go with? Who do you think is going to win the deal when they can see, okay, if they put this level of professionalism into their website versus this, what is the actual results of this going to be, right? And now if we go over to some of the other templates, you can see how easy it is. Like, what was the other one that looked really good? This one, use for free. All right, we're using this for free. Now we're going in here, same idea, same concept. Like, I'm not gonna, change the text on this, but you can imagine changing the text on this. Boom. Go to this website, boost your rankings with AI. Like, this is also gonna look really good. It's also gonna look really good. So that's the thoughts, guys. Build a website that looks like this, and you will be seen as more professional. You'll have better credibility, and it will just take you a lot longer. And if you're trying to launch and test ideas like we talk about, if you have an idea, put it into Claude, have Claude write the copy for you using copywriting principles, and then launch a website that looks like this. And within a matter of hours, you can have something that looks this professional. You can pitch, think of how high quality it's going to be to pitch someone like, hey, so we have this idea, here's the website, you can check out what we're all about, here's the pitch deck. You can make the website into a version of a pitch deck, and it's just going to unlock doors for you. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next